What's up, guys, gals? It is I, once again, Joseph Cohen Mason, aka MR.GAMER 990. And today, guys, gals, I want to try something special with this video. And this video is going to be on my thoughts on BioShock 1 on the PS3. Now, I completed BioShock 1 on the PS3 and my review of it I finished already. And if you want to watch that review to the game itself, I'll put in the info box down below a link to the info box. Please check my review out, and please enjoy the video as I review the game itself. And this video is going to be on my thoughts on BioShock 1 and why I think it's one of the best games I played in a long time. And I also have a special announcement I want to make on a Let's Play series I want to do. And before I get to that, let me just give you my brief thoughts on BioShock 1 and the themes and ideas behind it concerning Big Daddy and the main character, the unnamed main character, who I'll refer to as Jack. Because, you know, like John Doe, as in short for Jack, yeah? And I'll refer to the unnamed character as Jack, and I'll talk about him and Big Daddy and the little sisters and how they're connected to one another in a very unique way. I'll tell you right now. Now, playing BioShock 1 for the first time, I really loved the game a lot. And one of the things I got from it was how the little sisters care so much for Big Daddy. And when you hear from Tenenbaum, Madame Tenenbaum, about how the little sisters mean so much to her and how they were basically indoctrinated by the Big Daddies or by some other disease they captured. And the Big Daddies are trying to protect the little sisters from all danger. Not just from you, because when you go by the Big Daddy and the little sister, they're cautious, yes, they're very cautious, but they don't attack you, they don't. But Big Daddy tries to protect the little sisters from the enemies that are trying to attack both you and the little sisters. Because there are these enemies like the splicers and these enemies that are like zombies or like crazy maniacs in the game, and they try to attack Big Daddy and Little Sisters. And I love how the way Big Daddy tries to protect the Little Sisters from these monsters or these things, whatever they are. And I love the fact that Big Daddy is almost attached to the little sisters, and how little sisters are like so caring and so loving towards Big Daddy, and how they try to talk to them as if they're like pets, or they're like more like, I wouldn't say they're like a father figure, but more they're like pets. Because the way the little sisters refer to the Big Daddies like this: "Come on, Mr. Bubbles," or like, "Help me, Mr. Bubbles," or like, "No, Mr. Bubbles, no," or things like, "It's time to go to bed," or like, "It's time for me to go," like that. And I love how the little sisters are kind of almost devoted and very loyal to the Big Daddies, as the Big Daddies are to the little sisters. Loyalty and love comes like in a family, or like between friends, between like a strong bond you have with someone. And the little sisters aren't aware of what they're doing. They aren't aware because their minds have been indoctrinated by this disease or this thing that's corrupting their body and their mind. And I love how you have two options: either to harvest them or to rescue them. I rescued every little sisters in the entire game, every one of them. There's a point in the game where the little sisters actually are going to help you and trying to get to the main bad guy of the game, who is Atlas. And Atlas is actually the bad guy of the game. And the little sisters try to take some blood, or some sample of blood from the dead test subjects. And I love this game because The little sisters are actually there to help you out the way you help them at the request of Madame Tenenbaum. And every little sister that died in my game, I was yelling, I was screaming, I was like going crazy because about 5 or 6 died in my game, and I was so sad because you build a bond with these little girls, and as you're saving them, and as you feel committed to wanting to save them, and I love how at times you feel almost as protective of these little sisters as Big Daddy is. And there's a point in the game, once again, you dress as a Big Daddy. You dress as one, and you feel like a Big Daddy almost, and the way you're trying to protect them, the way you're trying to look out for them. Every time one of them gets attacked, you go berserk, much like Big Daddy. And Big Daddy is almost like he's almost like a representation of a father figure, or like someone who's willing to protect his daughter or her child or his child at any cost. And that is what I love about your character Jack. That's an alias I'm giving to him, Jack and Big Daddy. And Jack and Big Daddy are almost like like 2 parts of the same coin, and the way they are like, it's almost like they're connected in some ways. And I love how your character is, by the end of the game, he's going to have to choose between harvest. The way you harvest these girls will have a consequence, and the way you harvest and the way you rescue the girls will have a consequence. In my game, I rescued every little sisters out there, and I really got rewarded by the end. My reward was the fact that I had my own family. And what I mean by that is that by the end of the game, spoiler, this is a big time spoiler. Okay, spoiler it in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, here we go. Now the spoiler of the game is that your character Jack, he defeats Atlas, and later the little sisters assist your character Jack in trying to beat Atlas, and they try to inject him with this drug serum which Madame Tenenbaum invented. And after Atlas has been defeated, the little sisters take you back to their orphanage. And one of them gives you the key to the city, to the Rapture City, and you have a choice between like to stay in the city and make it your own, or to go above the sea level, above the city, and take the little sisters back to their home, which is on the surface. On the surface of the Rapture. And I love the ending of this game because this game is basically about two things. One hand, it's about like loneliness, and how you are isolated most of the time in the game by yourself with no one to help you at all. And the little sisters by the end do help you. And the other theme of this game, and how it connects with loneliness, is like family, parenthood, and having like your own, realizing that you aren't alone. And I can't pinpoint exactly what this game is about, but this game is, in my view, is ultimately about loneliness, family, love, loyalty, parenthood, and the will to protect those you love. Because these little sisters, in the end of the game, they have their own family. After you rescue them and take them above surface, and they start their own lives. The little sisters, each one of them, they start their own family. They become parents, grandparents. Eventually, they return back to you when you're on your deathbed, and they all hold your hands like this. Each one of the little sisters hold your hand very tightly. like 6, 5, 7. I have no how many little sisters, about so many of them. They all hold your hand at once, and that is a strong, beautiful scene which demonstrates your actions does count. Because my action in which I rescued the little sisters, they become my family. And I thought I was alone, because your character at the beginning of the game, he had no purpose. He had no reason to live, except when he found the little sisters, they essentially become his family. And guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, I cried honestly in the end of the game. I cried so much in the fact that you thought you were alone, you thought that you were isolated from society and from the world itself by being the rapture. Instead, you found these little girls. They become like your daughters. They become like your family. And the way each one of these girls tried to help out this character Jack. See, it's like one man who's a father to all these girls. You are essentially Big Daddy, because they thought they lost Big Daddy when after you killed them, they're crying over their body. But when you rescued them and you actually, they all come back to you by the end, holding your hand after they start their own lives, and this ties in strongly with the part of the game where you dress as Big Daddy. And this game is ultimately about parenthood, family, love, loyalty, loneliness, all this aspect which this game, BioShock, does so well. And I love this game so much because it's about a lot of things. This is one of the best games I've played in a long time, because it really does touch your heart in the most sensible, not contrived, but most sensible way, where you actually do feel like you accomplished something. And I accomplished something very big, and that is, I had my own family in the end. I had many girls as my daughters. I died happy in the game, and sorry about that. And I actually I felt something so beautiful inside after I rescued the little sisters. It felt so beautiful. And this game really does a great job with the characters of Big Daddy, little sisters, and Jack. And guys, this game reminds me so much of Eco, the Team Eco game back in 2001 on the PS3 HD and PS2 original. I love the fact that this game is about you trying to protect the little sisters near the end of the game, and how you actually and much like Big Daddy, how he tries to protect the little sisters from these monsters, these creatures. You try to protect them from these monsters as well. And that is a very beautiful feeling to have in a game. The fact that you are protecting someone you treasure. And these little sisters, once again, are like your family. They are your only family you have left. If you lost your wife, your child, they're all gone. But you have like daughters. You have like about 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Who knows how many daughters you have. And they are the little sisters. You are Big Daddy in the end. And that is what I love so much about this game. It's a game about so many things, but at its heart, it's about connection, parenthood, family, love, loyalty, and loneliness. And you experience that in this game. Yes, you really do experience it. And I love this game so much because of that. And I'm done talking about BioShock 1 on the PS3. Now I want to talk about my special announcement I want to make on my Let's Play series. Now guys, gals, I have an upcoming Let's Play series on 2 games. One is Eco. Yeah, the game I mentioned before, my BioShock analysis is going to be, my Let's Play is going to be on Eco. And Eco is a game I'm so passionate about, much like BioShock. And Eco is a game I'm going to talk in detail about in my Let's Play series, which is going to be like probably next week or in the next 2 weeks. And I'm going to be doing a second Let's Play on the Walking Dead game by Telltale's season 1 game. And The Walking Dead Season 1 game is actually a game I want to talk about so much, because that game is honestly, it really does capture my heart right here. I mean, it really is a great game I love so much, and how I'm going to talk about it in detail when I do the Let's Play series on The Walking Dead Season 1 game. I'm going to talk about Eco when I play that game later after The Walking Dead game. And I'm going to be talking about these two games in long detail. And see guys, keep in mind that my video on my Let's Play video series will actually have me talking sometimes in the video. I'll talk sometimes, not all the time. I'll talk sometimes in parts where it is necessary. And see, please try to give me some like good feedback, not like negative feedback where I'm getting like things like, oh my god dude, you suck at making this, you suck at this game, look at you man, you're doing so many bad decisions and your choices don't count, I don't like how you're playing this game, you suck man, oh my god, you're a fucking retard. And I'm like, dude, it's just a game, a fucking stupid game that doesn't matter at all. And because honestly, look, I love games so much. I love games, but games are just games. They don't matter really. To be honest with you, they don't matter. Games are just games. Movies are just movies. And always remember that in my video series, my Let's Play series, I wanted to try to be as like what's the right word? Try to be as like. Just try to be decent. Try to give me some decent comments, some decent replies, and try to give me some decent feedback on how I play the game, what you think my decisions are, like either good or bad, and try just to give me some input as to how I can make my videos better. But please try to not give me any bad feedbacks. So I really do hate it. I really do hate those kind of feedbacks. I hate it when some trolls come to my video and they just try to fuck with me like that. Anyways, I'm done. I'm done right now, and thank you for listening. Please comment, like, subscribe, and hope you like my upcoming Let's Play series on The Walking Dead game by Telltale Season 1. And that's about it. Oh, watch my review for BioShock 1 on the PS3. Down the link below in the info box. And one more thing. Adios, amigos.